All right. Hello, everyone. Captain Troy Handsome of International Rescue here. Please state the nature of your emergency here with Braylif and our DM Coffee Lich for some Dungeon of the Rad Rage. How are you both doing today?
It's a good day.
I'm sleepy.
I feel that. I don't have any tea on me, but I wish I did.
So much coffee.
Yeah, I have some in the fridge at work. I didn't take that home with me because I was like, I'll let it chill, and I'm going to work on that tomorrow morning at work. All right. But I'm excited to. It's been a long day, so I was looking forward to tonight's sessions. Both as my bard earlier and then today as my Eldritch Knight. Very excited. Okay. Oh, wait. Sorry, I need to put this back up. So what happened last time? Let me pull up my notes. Braylif, is there anything you wanted added before I try my best?
Nope, you got it.
All right. So let's see. Let me scroll down. Headless bones. Interesting. So, according to my notes, we kind of just obtained a white pouch with sparkling dust that you, I believe, knew the content or assumed the contents of, but are wrong or correct. I was able to finally have Dolce remove that sword from her hand. It was useful back in the day when she was not herself, if that makes sense. So now she has a little bit more at her disposal. She can go ahead and use, what's this weapon called? Winter's Bite, which is very exciting. Oh, we also toured a museum. We saw some dragon skeletons. We saw a brass dragon skeleton, a bronze one, a silver one, a copper one, in this big, not suspicious room.
Yeah. Super fun.
Yeah. We also found a set of stairs. Let me actually remove this under overlay. I don't remember what was at the base of the set of stairs right here beyond the museum.
Beyond the museum, set of stairs.
Yeah, it was like to the left of it.
Let's see. That's room 24. Da-da-da. Right. That used to be a dwarven shrine, and you found a dead adventurer on there.
Oh yeah, and then sitting and wearing, yeah, and then nothing bad happened to us in that room, thankfully.
Yep.
So we made our way up, and well, I don't remember any other further specifics. We did make our way back to the. Oh wait, no, we explored the top right. Oh yeah, we saw. Oh, I got a new ability. So Dolce, she touched this thing that looks super suspicious. I didn't want her to touch it, and she gained favor of Jubilex, which lets her. I'm really excited for this because this ooze is like this tannish brown color, and Dolce's also a tannish brown color in her general attire, and she can like phase through creatures, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yep.
And deal some acid damage. I forget, was that a bonus action? Was that a movement?
It was a bonus action, but it does use your movement speed as well.
Okay.
So it does use up some of your movement speed.
Okay, I will go ahead and add this as, thank you, a resource here. 3. And then after that, we saw the suspicious room with a ginormous 6x6 gelatinous cube, and so we were like, fuck that. Besides, we have our good friend here who can use his mind to figure out where his enemies are, and by his mind I mean he gets headaches whenever we get close, or a migraine whenever we get close to one of the people who's wronged him, because he used to be live and now he's dead. So you know whose fault that was? Some people, and they used to be his friends, and we're gonna make them dead too. Maybe we'll see. We found one of them here at the market, but there's a lot of other people here. I have no idea what's going on, so I'm very excited to see what's going on.
Yeah. As one final bit, as a couple extra little bits of recap. Following the hallway north from where you guys found the altar of Dreblex, there was also a long hallway that you found in which you encountered 2 bugbears who told you not to go any further.
Oh yeah.
And ultimately, based on your character positions, you ultimately ended up going back. You ultimately ended up going back to the Goblin Bazaar and uh, asked to speak with the leader of the goblins there, called Yek the Tall, who seems to be a moderately handsome human wearing a silver circlet on his head, and you were granted audience with him, assuming you agree to help him with something. And when you've entered the room in which he is sort of keeping court with all of his goblin toadies, um, he also found a shaved dwarf chained to the south wall named Copper Stormforge, one of the former compatriots of your companion, whose name I forget. Ewain.
Wait. Wait, shaved as in.
He
Did...
doesn't have his beard.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know if like the goblins had shaved him or if he shaved himself or.
The implication is supposed to be that the goblins have shaved his beard off,
Oh,
yeah.
that's kind of fucked up, you know? Because I feel like,
Yeah,
isn't that like the biggest? All right. Oh, that's so mean. Like, man, I was gonna kill this guy, but like now I'm like, I mean, I wasn't gonna kill this guy. I was gonna befriend him, but now I feel bad for him.
I mean, by all rights, he is like at least some form of like enemy of yours.
Right, right.
But
It is his fault.
Daffodil
Wayne is
doesn't
dead.
want. But Daffodil does not want you guys to just go around executing people.
Yes, we have to hear them out and then we can kill. I believe is what Daffodil was going for, if I'm
Mhm.
understanding. Right. Yes, I completely forgot about that long, not suspicious hallway where the bugbears are definitely not guarding anything suspicious.
Indeed. So, we open tonight's session with you guys in the uh, main chamber, court hall, if you will, of Yek the Tall, leader of the goblins. You have not yet spoken to him.
Oh,
His his presence is his presence as leader is obvious by his demeanor and the fact that he is the only non-goblinoid in the room.
okay. In that case,
And
yeah, what's up?
he is up here, if
Okay.
I was unclear.
Yes. Is the vibe that I get from this room one where I should probably like maybe do a bow or a little curtsy and say, "Oh, like oh dear, great, Eek the Tall, thank you for thank you for gracing us with your presence," that kind of thing.
Well, uh, that's probably a safe bet. If nothing else, someone that's ruling over goblins is probably going to be at least some kind of arrogant. Um, the vibe of this room is definitely not exactly like one of humility. There was like a lot of um there was nicer there were nicer items in here than you would normally expect to see being utilized by goblins. Like old luxurious cushions and pillows that Dodie and Stinky goblins are just kind of like passed out drunk on. At least two goblins are like sharing a hookah.
Nice.
Like this is not a chamber that like exudes humility.
Okay. Yes. Okay. In that case, I will like kind of take a hand to my chest and spread the other hand out, face Yekvital, bow ever so slightly. Oh, okay, not ever so slightly. Bow a healthy amount, and say, "Oh, great and mighty Yekvital, thank you for gracing us with your presence."
There is a brief flash of this man looking just like he flashes quickly between a number of emotions.
Ooh.
On the one hand, he just looks very giddy. Like he is just very happy to be recognized in this way. But immediately after, it's replaced with a sort of like wicked glee as he pretty plainly, obviously, feels like he has some power over you guys in this situation. You have fed into his ego, and he's happy about this. Like, welcome, friends. What can I, the ever generous Yek the Tall, do for you on this fine day, evening? Anyway,
Okay.
what can I do for you?
I have a quick question. Unless Brayleth would like to save me from this situation,
No, you're good.
is there like? Thank you. Was the thing on the table about like, oh, does this guy need help with something? Is Yak the one who's like in need? Am I correct in offering our services here?
Yes, you were told
Yes. Okay. Just double checking.
that you agreed to help Yek with, quote, something in exchange for an audience.
Okay. Cool. In that case, then I will say, my associate here and I are quite capable. I am capable of much myself, but Daffodil here makes up for those situations where perhaps a lighter touch is needed. And between the two of us, I'm sure that we can address any issues that you need resolved.
He considers your offer. Well, I can think of something that would be helpful to me in solidifying our position here. But tell me, few in these halls approach with an offer to help without hope of receiving something in return. What is it that you had in mind for what was it that you had in mind for recompensation
All right.
for your assistance in my difficulties? You can tell he is struggling to come up with big words to help like solidify him as a wise leader.
Yeah.
So he is just making some things up.
Sure. Yeah, I do see a teleprompter with some thesaurus stuff listed on it out of the corner of my eye. Sure. So before
It's like a goblin with like there's a goblin behind you with like a big word spelled out phonetically. Every now and then he like pauses and he squints a little bit looking past you.
I pretend not to notice. So I'm in the process of turning around, unless Brayleth wants to jump in.
Yeah, sure. Sully Pickles will just point at
okay.
the
It's right this
dude's
time.
bag and say,
Thank you.
We want that guy.
I'm really surprised you jumped in. I thought you were gonna leave me hanging again. So I was ready. So I appreciate that. Thanks.
Gotta always appreciate the D&D player who walks up with a character who is just like, social graces are for fucking losers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what I fucking want, and it's everyone else in the party's problem.
Yeah, I was sitting here formulating. I was like, oh, well, we wish for the fate of this individual to be, and then you're just like, we want that guy. I'm like, okay, there we go. I'm cool with that.
I want that motherfucker's head on a plate.
And I'm all out of plates.
I'm all out of plates. I came here to chew bubblegum and publicly execute that man in particular. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Incredible. I'm actually using that line now.
Hell yeah. It's like, okay. Yex seems a little bit taken aback by the bluntness of the request and how audacious it was expressed. Like, you want our dwarven punching bag? Oh, that is quite the steep price indeed.
Oh, fuck.
He is an appreciated trophy among our halls.
Do I get the impression he's telling the truth?
I'm curious how long he's been here.
Roll me an insight for me. At advantage. Yeah, he seems pretty genuine. You get the sense that he's not really good at lying. He's too prone to wearing his emotions on his sleeve. To be especially good at telling lies. So he does seem very hesitant to part with the dwarf, but he is considering it. Well, I suppose I do have something you could help me with that would be fitting, that would be important enough.
Let's go.
To be fitting such a prize of such grandiosity.
Nice.
He's kind of like proud of himself for pronouncing that one.
Yeah.
On his
That's a good
false try.
word.
Like when you're not really looking quite so intently, he does a very subtle little fist pump. Like, yes. Like, I got it. Like out of the corner of your eye, there's a goblin behind you giving a thumbs up.
Cute.
Well, it just so happens. Give me a sec. I gotta pull up a specific spot in the book.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm gonna have to do that in the middle of what I'm saying here. Right. It just so happens that in the halls to the east of here, a band of thugs from the Xanathars Guild have set up shop. The phrase weighs heavily on your ears, Dolce, as your previous or current allegiances are suddenly a lot more relevant to your current adventures. I want them gone. Preferably, I would want them killed. I do not appreciate rivals in these halls. But I will tolerate you getting rid of them in other ways if that's what is necessary. But I will release to you our dwarven punching bag, cop or something, in exchange for you removing the Xanathar thorn from my side. Specifically the outpost to the east that I mentioned again, if that was unclear. For short, folks. Thank you, Lightning.
Dolce will feel a pang of pain in her head, and okay, I'm not gonna ask again if Brilliant would step in for this one, but I'm willing to. I'm willing to do this if you prefer that I do.
I prefer that you do.
Ah, that's fair. That is fair. So Dolce will say,
Supple.
believe you me, there is much of me that definitely wants to make that happen. And like I said earlier, we can make anything happen. I did say that earlier, right? Didn't I? She
I
like
don't
looks
remember. I wasn't
around
listening.
at her not captive audience, because the only captive audience here is Copper Shard Fart.
Yep.
I
So
get it.
we will definitely. She looks a little pain while doing this. Take care of that little situation for you, so that you can ensure your continued reign here. Here.
Excellent. Well, so there is a hall. My scouts have reported some information to assist in this matter. There is a hall to the east of here, guarded by two bugbears. I believe I've been told that their names are Bulgus and Balkal.
August.
They are tasked with only allowing members of the guild through. But the only way that they have to verify membership is he squints rudimentary
I love this meme.
question and answer password.
Ooh.
So approach them and they should ask, how many eyes does Xanathar have? And you have to reply, as many as there are stars in the sky. And if you do that, they should let you through to the camp, and that'll get you access to the rest of their little outpost. Take care of them, however is necessary. Again, preferably death. And you shall have your reward. The dwarf, in case you forgot.
I didn't.
Okay, good.
Okay. Seems
That
easy
password
and
sounds
straightforward
familiar. Where
enough.
have we heard that before?
What was that, Bailiff?
That password sounds familiar. Where have we heard it before?
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% certain if you have heard it before. If you have, it's been a long time.
Maybe it's just deja vu.
There is a very real possibility that you have. I don't like. You're definitely supposed to be able to get that password in a way other than this. So you might have very well done exactly that. I just do not recall because it has been a while. If that was the case.
Okay. Sorry, Dolce and I were just digesting this new information. We shall be right back. We will take care of a little situation. Wink. And she's gonna do that thing that people do when they stretch, where they like twist their arm in like a flex position while holding their shoulder or something. And she gets ready to attempt to head out.
I've never really known what this stretch is supposed to stretch, but I guess it's some part of your shoulder, but I don't know. It's not exactly a
I
part
don't
of my
know.
body that I find tenses up much.
Hmm.
Great. So, what now? You can either head straight to Bulgus and Balkal, or you can explore other avenues in the adventure.
Well, I'm down to head straight that way. Warliff, do you have a preference? Was there some other place you wanted to check out, or are you cool to head towards the emotional trauma that awaits Dolce at the end of the hallway?
No, I'm good to head this way.
All
And
right.
even if I wasn't, I'm going to guess this is the path that the DM planned for us to go down this session.
Yeah, there are other things that you could do during this session, and at least one thing that is just like a really short and fun interaction,
Oh, cute.
but which is, not down this way, but also not strictly necessary in any way.
Okay. Well, then I will make my way north to that hallway. I'm gonna make my way up to around just before the corner.
Well, if you want to move your token.
I could die considering it. Woo.
All right. As Dolce, right before she rounds this corner, she's going to like do. Have you all seen High School Musical?
I have, yes.
So you know that scene where Sharpay Evans and Ryan Evans, thank you, played by like Lucas Gabriel or something. They're like prepping, so they're doing like lip exercises and like all that stuff. Actually, I don't know if the mic picked that up. You can see that she's trying to psych herself up, ready to go down this hallway.
Nice.
Okay, let's do this, she'll say. And she steps around the corner.
Yes. I'm gonna ask you guys to stop bloody moving. Well, if I swear to God. Specifically, I would, as you guys cross the fucking... Get back there. So impatient. As you guys cross the... turn the corner, that's what I'm looking for. As you guys round the corner, you see the same two bugbears that you saw at this point, like 10 minutes prior. Down this long stretch of hall, and one of them quickly like lightly baps the other one on the chest to get his attention, and then shouts down the hall at you, "Halt!" And
As
the other
many
one,
stars as more stars in the sky.
You're supposed to wait for. Yeah, you're very straightforward. Sure. Incredible.
yeah, the two of them begin convulsing amongst each other, occasionally turning to look at you two, and then they go back to talking amongst themselves. And then the other one shouts, "I don't think that counts."
Okay, if you say so.
Let's try again. And she'll like do a little bow, like she'll bow a little bit and then hold her hand out as if to say, "Go ahead."
And the guy, one of the bugbears shouts, "Okay, great," and then he gives you a thumbs up. And then the other one calls out, "How many eyes does Xanathar have?"
Dolce is gonna like stand there and she's gonna smile a little bit and stare straight ahead as if she's forgotten that she needs to do something in particular.
As many as there are stars in the sky.
Okay, cool, thanks.
As many as there are stars in the sky. Don't you realize that she should probably say it too?
Okay, thanks. And then he flips a lever that was next to him that Boylif is lucky he's playing as a fucking ghost.
Sorry.
Otherwise, you would have tripped fucking 4 goddamn traps. All more reason to not like play characters playing ghosts. Just kind of get to fucking skip over the consequences of their actions and impatience.
Okay, remind myself, so when we start our Strahd campaign, 2 rules now. First rule, remove curse has been removed from the game. Second rule, no ghosts allowed.
You weren't going to allow it anyway.
Were you going to play a ghost?
No.
Then maybe I would have. Now we'll never know. Now that rule number 2 has been instituted.
You let Dr. Rock be a ghost for like one turn, and you're like, oh fuck this is
Okay,
bullshit.
to be fair, that was not my fault. I was like, oh, I really like one-page mage's stuff. Let me make items, magic items for you all, based on the enemies that you encounter. And wouldn't you know it, the very next thing of his I ran, there's a big gate and a big wall, and you had the perfect, what was it again?
He had the
Like-
ability to like phase through walls, and it let him skip like half of the session in terms of gameplay.
Yeah, I forgot what like creature it was you pulled it from. It was like that.
To be fair, Misty Step could have done the same thing.
Wait, does Dr. Rock have
Oh.
access to Misty Step?
No, but like I'm saying, any spellcaster with Misty Step, which is a level 1 spell, could have, circumvented it the exact same way.
Okay, that's true. I probably would have let you through if you used the skateboard though. Be like, yeah, I Tony Hawk Pro Skater up this like ramp over here onto the top of the castle and flip over on the other side.
That'd be a pretty fun way to do Misty Step, though, you gotta admit.
Also,
So, yeah. One of the bugbears flips a level, and you heal 5 chunks throughout the entire hallway. And then he calls out, "Okay, you can come on through."
Yay!
yay! Dolce will step forward, and then fucking die.
Many ghosts.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now in Strahd if there's a particular. So the thing is, you would think I'd be averse to that, but what one of my players does do is find familiar. Summons the familiar on the other side of the door or the wall. So even though it's locked. And then they look through their familiar's eyes. So you know what? Maybe I would have allowed a ghost, but I guess it's too late now.
I feel like that can't be allowed.
So
right?
I looked it up and
Like,
you
it
can
doesn't
summon within
spec-
30 feet.
It doesn't specify at a point you can see.
I don't think it specifies, but that does remind me, I looked up Unseen Servant earlier, and the ruling was it has to not be blocked off for Unseen Servant. But I do remember doing the research for Find Familiar and ruling that it was okay even if you couldn't see. Let me just check this spell description real quick for Find Familiar. You can cause it to reappear in any unoccupied space within 30 feet of you. Well, I guess we can burn that bridge when we get to it too. In case any of you happen to either, get the spell Find Familiar or do the thing. What is that thing that everyone says? Everyone was saying Solstice needs to pick up. If you could only pick up one spell, it was to pick up Find Familiar, so you could have the owl, the giant owl. I forget what I was looking at that for. I think it was the Eldritch Knight, because you get access to one spell that isn't an abjuration or evocation spell. So everyone said if you don't pick Find Familiar, you're a fucking loser. So yeah, I love I love D&D discourse.
Find Familiar is all right. Familiars are like they're all right, but they're kind of just all right. It's like you use a familiar to scout shit out is generally the best way to go about using them. But like it's just a random animal, and it's just like, okay, cool. Why is there a raven in the middle of this dungeon? But like improved familiar or whatever the fuck that is, where you can get an imp, that's when shit gets a little bit nuts because of the fact that it's also got an attack and also it can turn invisible forever. It doesn't have access to greater invisibility, so it can't attack while invisible, but it does have access to permanent invisibility.
Nice.
As well as flight and the ability to attack.
Oh, the reason.
So pretty good.
I think the reason why Find Familiar was cited was because you can have it take the form of an owl, which has flyby, so it can just swoop in and grant you advantage, and then leave. But yeah, Improved Familiar sounds pretty neat.
Indeed, it's one of the real strengths of the Warlock is the fact that at level 3 you can take Pact of the Chain and just get access to a familiar, which includes an imp or a quasit. Like, it gives you the ability, like, it doesn't just give you access to find familiar, it gives you access to every familiar option, including the ones from Improved Familiar. So, like, level 3, hey, look at that, now I have an imp. And it's like, damn, you got that already, huh? Which is pretty cool. And then, of course, it's got other stuff that like doubles down on how useful familiars can be.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days, I should probably play a warlock who really doubles down on the familiar aspect of it and Pact of the Chain and all that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have not been liking warlocks as much lately. I enjoyed warlocks a lot more up until the moment that I played a wizard, and now I'm just like, oh. It's really nice having more than 2 spell slots.
Yeah.
I heard someone describe warlocks as being balanced around the idea that a party is probably going to be short resting after like every battle. And it's like, if a party was short resting after every battle, then yes, a warlock would be pretty good, would be pretty nuts even. But that's not how players actually play. And thus the warlock sucks. Because so often it ends up being like, okay, here are my 2 spell slots per long rest. Yay. That problem actually persists in Baldur's Gate too, where you don't have to worry about convincing your party or your DM to take a short rest. It's just a click of a button. But that game does still highlight how easy it is for you to just bone 2 spell slots in a single combat. Like, you literally just need that to go for 2 rounds, and you have good reason to bone both of your spell slots. So it's like, even when you have the ability to literally rest after every fight, you still might not be able to use spells as frequently as a wizard, even in that context.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Especially in that video game context, because in that video game context, you can literally long rest after every fight if you want. So it's just like, great, the Warlock has even less ability to compete in that regard. Except for the fact that Eldritch Blast is, like, really nutty in that game.
Nice. Wait, is it different from Eldritch Blast?
No, it works the exact same way, but, like, one, it's got, because of the fact that it's got, like, sound effects and visual effects, Eldritch Blast is probably, like, the most satisfying cantrip to use. It really feels like you're hitting someone with a shit ton of damage. It's also, the game is very vertically inclined. There are a lot of ledges and a lot of bottomless pits, so Repelling Blast does great work.
Wait, do you get advantage off a ledge? I heard, like, being high ground is good in that game. Unless it's not.
It's not an advantage, but the chance goes up.
Yeah.
Oh, God, like reverse soft cover or something?
Kinda. I don't know the math on it. I haven't checked. The biggest thing that always irritated me was, I get that it improves my chances, but I kind of just wish that it was advantage, because I was playing as a rogue and I wanted free sneak attack. God damn it. Did not work like that, unfortunately.
I gotcha.
They do, of course, still make sure that you get sneak attack if you have an ally within like 5 feet of someone. They have a specific status for that called threatened. but they don't. In the
Oh, that's
tutorial
cool.
that explains sneak attack, they don't actually explicitly state that it's like you can sneak attack someone if they're threatened, which makes sense because you can't sneak attack someone if you're the only one next to them,
Sure.
but they still have the threatened status.
Okay.
Which means that like if you don't know how D&D works, you're kind of just left to your own devices to figure out how your rogue's sneak attack works.
Okay.
Doesn't help that it's a separate button than just doing your normal attack. But so you guys walk down the hall, you round the corner, and this space is much rougher. It is less cleanly carved out. Um, it's almost a natural, like the walls almost make you think that it's like a natural cave room, cave space, I guess. I don't know, whatever. The floors, however, are still carved or tiled. I think just carved. I'm not 100% sure what the floors this place actually is supposed to look like. But the floors are like intentional, and that's the only real giveaway that this place isn't entirely natural. You can hear some amount of sound coming from down this way. You can also see a very slight flickering light coming from down this way as well. There are also a couple stacks of stones throughout this whole space that have lanterns placed atop them. Some of them are actively lit and still giving off light, and a couple others seem to have burnt out or run out of fuel.
Okay. Then seems like it's time to tread carefully and progress forward.
Yep.
Lux, thank you for the lurk. Have a good one.
Wow.
Oh. Oh, fuck my. What the? Holy shit, that looks terrifying.
You round the corner, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 figures around the corner. Hold on. Does it actually say what the rest of these guys are? Give me 1 second,
Yeah.
actually. Hold on. Yeah, okay, cool. You round the corner, and there are 8 figures huddled around a small campfire. They're chatting, telling jokes, and eating a humble meal of dried rations and stale water out of not too fancy pewter cups. The flickering light that you saw is revealed to be the campfire, occasionally with its rays of light occasionally managing to fight their way past the bulky thugs that surround it. As you approach, the 8th figure,
Oh boy.
which
It's not
from
exciting.
the 8th figure, which from the distance appeared to be a drow of some kind, a dark elf, if you will, for those who might be unfamiliar in the audience, stands to face you, unsurprised by your approach. His appearance, however, is very surprising indeed, as his face is rather than the regal expression of a drow that you would expect to see. You are instead met with 8 spider-like eyes
Mm.
and a large pair of I guess I'll use the incorrect term, but it works. Mandibles. And he very calmly beckons you over, as if you were expected.
Sure. Dolce is good at following directions. That's in her dating profile. Yeah, she'll come over.
God, imagine the implications of like seeing a dating profile and just says good at following instructions. The the somewhat drow figure uh, begins to speak, and there is something deeply off-putting and uncomfortable about seeing these spider-like mandibles move and words in the common tongue coming out. He says, "Hello there. What brings you two lovely little morsels into our camp this fine evening, day, whatever?"
I feel like it's a bit of a stretch to call me a morsel, but sure, I'll roll with it.
I am a snack, Dolce will say.
Unless you meant blockhead, but I mean, anyway. We have been asked to ask you to vacate the premises.
Yeah, thanks for swinging by. Have a good night.
I see. See, that does pose a little bit of difficulty for us. We do have some tasks that we have ourselves been asked to complete in the area, and we find that we quite like our little setup here. So what if we were to simply say no?
What tasks were you looking to get completed? Dolce says in a very pain like grimace, as if you can just see the gears turning. And it's okay. So we hope we get to kill that, but then we have to. They want to stay here. Then yeah. So what tasks did you need completed?
Yeah, okay, I'll bite. What do you want?
He moves up to Dolce specifically with unnerving grace. Leans in uncomfortably close, which, to be fair, is still a fair distance away from you, but it's not especially comfortable to have a large spider face, even a couple feet away from your face. He says, "I am so glad you asked, Dulce de Leche."
It's me.
Yes, that's right. I am familiar with your status amongst our guild. I do question, of course, why you would be here not directly solving our master's interests.
The economy's in shambles. I don't actually say that out loud. That's one of my favorite memes.
But you see, our generous master Xanathar has tasked our merry little band with solidifying power on this floor of Alistor's lovely dungeon.
Lovely's right.
You can't quite read the expression, but the derision in his voice is clear. He's not happy about being here.
Ooh, okay. Something we can hone in on. Got it.
There are two rivals that we are attempting to snuff out, remove,
Mm-hmm.
peacefully, of course.
Of course. Yeah, who might those
And-
be?
And I would like nothing more than to be able to be rid of this accursed floor and return to my base below.
Mm.
If only someone could help us accomplish our short and very manageable list of tasks.
Dolce elbows
Pickles just-
Daffodil Silly Pickles, but her arm goes right through. Like, oh hey.
Silly Pickles just looks back at you, Wayne.
What? He shrugs. What information were you hoping to get from Yuane now?
Just, yeah, I'm like, we're doing this for him. Ultimately.
Well, to sate your curiosity, there are two gangs, two factions, if you would. A troublesome little band of whale rats led by a traitor
Ooh.
here on this floor.
Ooh. Okay. Doable. Let's see. Band of air rats.
And they seek to undermine the guild's efforts here. And I would, of course, be indebted to you if you were to remove them from the floor.
Yeah.
Peacefully, of course.
Yeah, of course. We'll wipe the floor with. Wait, no, we don't want them on the floor. Yes. We'll peacefully remove. Okay.
Peaceful as the grave. And secondly, there is a band of goblins to the west of here. Troublesome little blighters. It would be excellent to bring them into the fold for the guild. We could always use more cannon fodder, I'm sure you understand. But failing that, they are a rival on the floor, and it would be in our he looks you dead in the eye, and it's hard to wrap your head around looking
At the correct.
making eye contact with 8 eyes at once,
Yep.
but you manage,
Nice.
unfortunately.
Christ. Nightmares.
And it would be in our best interest to remove them from the floor as well.
Okay. Cool. So with the same energy as Brooklyn Nine-Nine when Jake Peralta says things. Okay, yeah, those were rats, definitely doable. Definitely, absolutely. Good as gone. Good as gold. Good, right as rain. Good as gone. Yep. And then those goblins, yeah. So, okay. What could we get if we take care of those were rats? Like, what's the think of this as an installment plan. What is the situation? She says, not making eye contact with. So yeah, let's. Step one, were rats gone, and then that means that's good things. It means good things, which means that's pretty much 80% of the job done, right?
Well, I suppose if nothing else, me and my group of merry men here could, at the very least, set up camp down wherever that gang is, and I believe that would at least somewhat accomplish your goal of removing us from this space.
Hmm.
And it would, of course, improve your standing in the guild, you see.
Oh yes, of course. All hail Xanathar, Lord to Xanathar. Yep. Yep, indeed.
Indeed. And of course, he is always so generous with those he is grateful to. I'm sure you understand.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. She nods profusely.
Would Silly Pickles have any idea what the deal is with this guy and his 8 eyes and mandibles?
Okay.
The economy's in
Roll
shambles.
me. The economy is in shambles. Roll me insight.
Ooh.
Actually, okay.
Hmm.
So, for the insight roll, you're not gaining much. He is at. It seems to be that, as he says, he is a member of Xanathar's guild. You may or may not be familiar with them in any real respect. He does seem to be generally truthful, as far as you can tell, about what he has said he will do if you remove this group of whale rats. But you're not able to get much else. Now, were you specifically interested in figuring out why the fuck he looks like a spider?
Yeah.
Cool. Give me 1 sec. I want to look through the list of skills to see what would be appropriate for that.
I have an idea what the deal is, but I'm wondering if Silly Pickles does.
Great. Well, that raises an interesting question. Based on don't say what your idea is right now, but based on that idea, what skill do you think would be best to like gain further information about it?
Religion?
That's what I was thinking too,
Okay.
unfortunately for you.
Yes. Alright, well, might as well try. Hiya!
Hell yeah.
Ooh, let me get this going.
So you're able to recall, though you're not strictly sure where you got this information. Because your memory
Another
is
life.
still, yeah, exactly. Your memory is still pretty wonky. You don't remember learning this, but you do recall the information that the Drow have inextricable ties to Lolth, a spider, an evil goddess, with very frequent and intense spider themes and motifs. In fact, you recall a creature called a Dryder that you don't remember reading about or hearing about or seeing. But you remember a creature called a Dryder that is effectively a drow spider centaur, a curse placed upon followers of Lolth who have displeased her in some way. So despite spiders being a sacred creature within Lolth's religion, being given the characteristics and the traits of a spider is a very common curse amongst her followers. This individual may very well have run afoul of either Lolth or a priestess of Lolth. Which, to be clear, there aren't priests of Lolth, as Drow society is strictly matriarchal. Makes sense with an evil goddess at the helm. goddesses tend not to put men in charge. So there are no priests of Lolth. So based on your knowledge, this guy probably ran afoul of some priestess of Lolth or Angod Lolth herself. But for such a minor cost, it was probably just a priestess. Was there anything else you were hoping to gain for information?
No, that about sums it up.
Gotcha.
Neat.
Are you familiar with the Xanathar Guild?
No.
Is that you as a player or Silly Pickles as a character?
I, as a player, am not. Silly Pickles, I don't know, may or may not be.
Wait, would you like
she?
to? Could you roll me a history check at advantage?
I'm
Oh,
surprised,
hell yeah.
actually.
Wow, I'm fucking killing these -1 intelligence rolls.
Nice.
Hell yeah. More information from the void that you know nothing about. You are substantially familiar with the Xanathar's Guild.
Nice.
This is a criminal underworld. In the case of
No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
In the case of the Mad Mage, very literally, it is a sprawling, massive criminal organization with eyes, ears, and hands everywhere. All led by Xanathar, who is rumored to be a beholder, though you're not 100% sure about that. But beholder imagery is everywhere. Their symbol itself, you recall having seen in your previous endeavors within the same dungeon. It is a circle with, I believe it is 8 equidistant spokes going off from each side. And now that you're really thinking about the Xanathar Guild specifically, you recall seeing that symbol multiple times on this floor.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's implying pretty overtly that your friend Dolce is somehow involved.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked. How dare this person imply that Dulce de Leche is involved with this guild, with the circle and the 8 spokes coming out of the circle. Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous.
Oh wow, I never actually noticed that the symbol was in her fucking eyes in that
That's
picture.
right. That's right. It's one of my favorite parts of this picture.
That's a really cool detail.
God
Thank you.
damn.
That is a really cool detail.
Wait, is that canon? Like that?
You two can be your own boss. We're not a pyramid scheme. I've never heard a better fucking sales pitch.
I will let you. I'll get back to you on whether it's canon or not.
No. Violet looks like his Discord crashed.
Oh, well, okay. Sorry,
Welcome
I
back.
didn't see you. Welcome back. I will let you decide. Oh, sorry. I will get back to you on whether it's canon or not.
Oh, okay.
Video graphics card crashed Discord again.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think that's what it's been happening when back in the day when I would do webcam D&D. For some reason, doing something would cause Discord to crash, and I wasn't sure what. So I guess it must have been the graphics card. Maybe. Okay. So, Dolce and I mostly would like a refresher. Oh yeah, so recruitment, just in case we go above and beyond taking care of the were-rats, and we ask the goblin, just out of curiosity, seeing if it's on the table, if we recruited them, what would that entail? What were we signing up for? We got any sign-on bonuses for them?
His 8 eyes blink at you. Like, don't you remember your recruitment?
I was like more of the tagging along for the ride, like the major talking back and forth. It was kind of like there were a group of us and we all
Mhm.
joined collectively. So, someone else was like the head honcho there. So I just wanted to make sure I had our stories straight. But we can also burn that bridge when we get to it after we hear the were-rat situation.
I think
Go
I
on.
need to refresh this as well. Hold on.
Tell the goblins whatever they want to hear, I would say. Just get them on board. That's all that matters.
Okay, sounds good. So were-rats first. We'll see what we can do about the goblins. Sounds like a plan.
Excellent. Well, the goblins, as I said, are set up to the west of here, as I'm sure you're aware. He sounds. He has a very knowing tone when he says that.
Sure.
Um, as if he knows why you're here in the first place.
Mhm.
The were-rats are more difficult. They're obviously able to disguise their movements by disguising as rats. Filthy little vermin that they are. We believe them to be to the southwest of the floor, and we assume then that they are behind a door that is magically locked. So,
How familiar?
if my hunch is correct about that, take the scroll of dispel magic.
Ooh. There we go. That's how we open it. Let's go. Okay. Dolce will gracefully accept it.
Excellent. Now, be on your way. And he just waves you off very dismissively.
Nice. Okay. Dolce will turn heel and begin to march away.
Silly Pickles will follow as soon as my browser works again.
Oh God, Silly Pickles pulled a gun.
Still the Pickles,
Oh, no.
what are you doing?
Well.
Everyone roll initiative. Silly Pickles started the fight.
It's gun to meet you.
Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't exactly roll off of the
This
gun.
deal is
Ah! Oh, that's so good.
This deal is gun. Look, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna say, no, I don't think that is that good. Bailiff, I am moving Silly Pickles and
Yeah, I got
Blockhead a little bit for you.
Okay, we'll do this for you. You could say it's a gun deal.
What the fuck is a gun?
All right, so wow, we have a lot to talk about, but I guess we shouldn't talk about it right next to these two.
What do you mean? Whatever do you mean? Nothing to talk
All right,
about.
we kill them. Anyway,
I've got to get you guys fucking thieves' tools for ticks.
yes, you do.
I meant to put them somewhere in like the last session. It just never came up.
I mean, he was probably fine.
Oh, right. Bailiff wanted, or Daffodil wanted to have a little conversation.
All right, so to recap,
Hi.
I'll get to you in a minute. So the goblins want us to get rid of the gang members from Xanathar's guild. The
Yes.
Xanathar's guild won't leave until we deal with some were-rats and also deal with those same goblins.
Preferably, yes.
Do you know what a catch-22 is?
You in D&D? Does your character know what catch-22 means?
How old you were when you died?
Nice.
Close. But no. Catch-22, based off of the classic novel by
Okay.
Joseph Heller.
Heller, I hardly know her.
Joseph Half Elf. I don't know. Anyway,
Nice.
basically, it's when the situation is kind of a paradox because you can't because both of the outcomes are contradictory with one another.
Oh, so the guy said if we take care of the were-rats, they'll move down there. So they're not like they won't be as close. It's like a nice, they're like on the other side of the world.
Will that be good enough for the goblins, though?
Don't remember. I'm hoping yes.
I mean, he wanted us to kill them, but did he specify like that they would need to move to a different floor?
Wait, didn't he say what was it? Peacefully take out, or am I conflating that with what Spider Guy said?
Spider Guy.
Spider Guy.
Uh,
Spider Guy.
Roll me an insight on at advantage for me, Dolce. Yeah, so Spider Guy, pretty clearly, like, he kept saying to remove these guys peacefully, but he very clearly wanted you to kill everyone here.
Okay. Were-rats for sure. Gotcha.
So he wanted you to kill the were-rats, and he wanted you to recruit or kill the goblins. The goblins, much less social grace, also very overtly wanted you to kill Spider Guy and his gang.
Mm-hmm.
And to reiterate, this is all so that we can get that dwarf guy and immediately kill him in order to fulfill like 1/6 of your revenge. She says, looking at Ewan.
That's 1/4.
No, okay.
1/3.
No, okay.
Oh, right, because they're a party of 4. You could just...
Yes. And it's half of what's remaining anyway. You've already killed one of the people.
No.
Okay, so what you're saying is we either abandon this whole plan completely, go in there and fuck-obliterate him, but, or if you want to get your talking in first, we can do that too. And then we don't have to worry about any of this.
Well, I mean, if we walked in and just obliterated the guy, that would probably make them hostile to us, and we'd have to kill them anyway.
No. Unless...
Which would then free... Which
Yes.
would then allow us...
Oh, to kill them!
No, which would then allow us to get the drow to leave, so then we could go back to the goblins and free the dwarf.
Yes.
All right,
the remaining living goblins.
This sounds like a plan. No, okay.
Galaxy brain over here.
Okay. Hold on. All right, I had a plan. I completely forgot.
I'm sorry, I distracted you.
It's okay. We have to get... So I have a use of disguise self left. Here's what we do. I'm half
Yes.
joking. I disguise myself as a goblin or as the guy himself. What's Yek the Tall. Stroll in, even if he's in there. I fucking kill a shark fart and we're good.
I mean, do you one better? Why doesn't Ewan use the scroll and kill him himself? Even if he gets hit on the way out, he'll just regenerate.
Wait, the scroll. The scroll is for dispel magic to access the were-rats.
Oh, you just have disguise self. Okay.
Yeah, I have magical ability to disguise
Gotcha.
myself. As you might remember, that time we almost fucking died.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times. Good
Right.
times.
Good times like 2 days ago.
You've long rested several times since
Yeah,
then.
that's fair.
I love the running thread of good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time is.
Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying that.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, but before I forget, so you work with the Xanathars Guild?
Yeah, so when he said recruitment, what do you know about our recruitment methods?
Was that information you described to me that I then forgot?
I don't think it was.
Okay, the reason why I'm
Would you like-
asking,
I'd say I'm about like an 18 on a scale from like 0 to 20.
the reason why I
on-
ask is because, so out of character, I don't know if by recruitment he means, let's call it stage 2 of Dolce's recruitment process, which was completely avoidable, or if it's stage 1, which was a little bit more chill. Stage 1 was she basically worked for the guild, but could still do her normal businesswoman things, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Stage 2 was when that intellect devourer shit happened. So I'm not quite sure. She was like working for them, but she hadn't been like fucking killed. So I'm not quite sure. So it's basically stage 1 or stage 2. I assume perhaps more of the latter, stage 2 for the recruitment for the goblins. I'm not sure actually. I don't know if they're smart enough because you know the whole. You'll have seen the D&D movie.
Nope.
Oh,
I want to so bad. I have watched the Ways Dead scene like 16 times. Not the Ways Dead, Speak with Dead. I've seen that scene like 16 times. I want to watch that movie so goddamn bad just
I
because
want
of that
that
one
for
scene.
you so bad. It is one of my favorite movies. I actually got gifted a DVD of it, so I'm very excited to eventually
Nice.
rewatch it for like the 4th time or 3rd time. 3rd time rewatch, 4th watch.
Oh, if it's already on DVD, that probably means that it'll be easier to get.
Yeah, because I think it's also available digitally. Maybe not. You know what? Ignore what I just said.
Okay.
I guess while we're talking about Ewan, do you need to personally kill him, or do you just want him dead?
Oh yeah, is it okay if we do it, or does it not feel the same?
I would be lying if I said I didn't want to deliver the killing blow myself, but I am willing to accept his death at someone else's hands if it comes to that.
Okay, so we teach Wayne how to use Fireball.
Yeah, that would do it.
True.
Well, how tough is he? Is he tough enough? Is he
fight?
weak enough to yes? Is he weak enough to just run in and stab?
Yeah, does he have like commoner commoner build, like if I sneeze on him 4 times, he'll die? Or is it more like I'm gonna have to sneeze on him 65 times for him to die?
He is not a commoner,
Okay, so
but he is also not like a super powerful individual. Probably. I mean, if nothing else, he's kind of like beat up, and
Yeah.
also he is still like chained to a wall. So if nothing else, like it wouldn't exactly be a fight so much as murder.
Yeah.
oh, so he's
But,
restrained, which means our attacks will be able to hit him better, if you
True.
get what I mean, Daffodil. Okay, all right, hold on. That's fair.
Still don't feel like great about murdering him before I've even properly met him, but
Okay, wait.
boy, this is a lot of work, I tell you.
So I'm so sorry about all this, Daffodil. What if goblins like shiny things, right? Or am I conflating them with kobolds? I apologize. I look over at Tix. I'm so sorry. What if we pay instead? Be like, hey, here's like 80 gold. Can we if you can get a new punching bag? I don't know. Oh, what if we bring them a new punching bag? Like, what are the qualities that make Shartface a good punching bag? Perhaps we can find like a were rat. Bring a were rat over. Shave him. They can shave him. I mean, they seem to have fun shaving Shartfart. So what if we bring them a were rats? Feel like they have a lot of hair to shave, a lot of fur.
Okay, so at that point we would be trading someone into slavery in order to free someone else
Indentured
from slavery
servitude.
in order to immediately kill him. And all we need to do is condemn another living creature to indentured slavery.
And then you kill all the goblins, and then you tone in that quest with the drow.
Then they leave.
And then you kill, and then they leave, and then you go to the goblin corpses,
We did it, guys.
who still count as quest givers due to a programming bug.
Nice.
You clip through the wall in such a way to activate the cutscene that plays when you go to tone in the remove the drow cutscene, and you get both rewards, but it does also mess up your save file. So you have to complete the rest of the dungeon in one session, otherwise the save file corrupts.
Well, I don't think we're gonna be able to get to floor 20 by next week. So,
Floor 23.
Fuck.
Sorry to burst your bubble there.
Okay. Sorry. A lot to take in, yes. I would prefer, I understand if this is not amenable to the goblins. If we take care of the were-rats, now that we have this scroll, she waves it around, the Xanathar's guild branch that is here would be willing to move into their headquarters, former headquarters. And then perhaps that might be good enough as a consolation prize of sorts, or like a hey, we got most of the job done. They're out of your hair. They're gonna be out of your hair for the most part. Perhaps they'll at least let us talk to him. And then they can keep the punt. I don't know. I don't know.
How well restrained was this guy? It was like chains and manacles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we could potentially like just try and free him and have him make a run for it, and then probably be killed as he ran. And if not, then we could kill him. But depending on how well he's restrained, that might not be too viable.
Goblins like gold, right? I'm gonna go back to my idea of we bribe him for this punching bag. Be like, hey, buddy, I've got 80 gold here. Why don't you buy yourself a nice high quality punching bag, just like Mike Tyson would use?
I mean, yeah, sure, it's worth a try.
Maybe. It was hard enough getting in there for the audience in the first place. But
Well, you can fairly comfortably assume that you would be given an audience again to tone in the quest.
Okay, then how about this? Are you okay if we take care of the were-rats first, get the Xanathar's guild to move, and then show up with the intention of turning in the guild, like turning in the quest and saying, hey, if this isn't good enough, what if I throw in a little bit of gold on top so you can buy yourself a new punching bag?
Yeah, it could work.
Or we could go straight to him.
Here's an important question.
Yes.
So Xanathar's guild is like an underground crime gang, right?
Underground is... Sure. Only underground. She smiles.
I mean, I didn't mean literally, but...
Oh, underground as in like there's... Yes, we're underground and above ground. Yeah, and in the water,
like, how worse off would the world be if we just convinced all of the goblins to join the guild?
You see, I was thinking that. I was thinking perhaps in the future, if we get to adventure above ground, it sure would suck if we got the goblins to join the Xanathar's Guild, and then that bites us in the ass in our future adventures that I'm just assuming might happen up above ground in the future.
Hmm.
Boy howdy, it sure would suck if like I don't know, you're just going about your day job and then all of a sudden there was a fucking like firing squad of goblin ultras on the high ground above you with like let's see, how many goblins are there over here? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's one room.
Like 40
8,
or something.
9, 10, 11, 12, something. There's roughly like 8 trillion goblins over there. So like you would probably you can fairly comfortably assume that if you recruited all those goblins, Xanathar would be able to successfully conquer this entire plane of existence.
So we kill
Okay,
them
here's
all.
an
No, I'm
idea.
kidding. Yes, hi.
We fight Jublex in the other room,
What?
Oh my god.
and
Oh, but he gave me these awesome powers.
and we kite him from outside the room, and either he can't squeeze through the room, and so we can easily defeat him, or if he can squeeze through the room, we lead him back into the goblin colony.
Okay, but what about my cool powers? Will I get to keep those if he dies?
I don't know. You
I
know,
love the idea that it is more ethical to feed 40 goblins to a gargantuan-sized gelatinous cube than it is to just fight them to the death. Like we have the moral high ground this time. This time we are participating in nature.
we didn't kill them.
It's the difference between like killing the spider in your house and feeding the spider in your house to your pet lizard. Like the second one, so much more ethical.
So I'm not gonna go into details, but this also does remind me of season 7 of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Like, hey, it's more ethical this way, so my hands are clean.
Incredible. Okay. I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
You guys continue debating amongst yourselves how you want to proceed. And I will be back soon. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Our ultimate goal. I'm just gonna think out loud, out of character. Our ultimate goal here on this floor. I want to get Ewain his revenge on Shartfart over here, who's restrained against the wall. It would be nice if we could bribe our way out of this one with money. But I'm not sure, especially because he's the head of this like merchant colony, if at least I have enough money to sway him. Like I don't think he's gonna like look at 100 gold, but like, yeah, I can get a new punching bag. Maybe. It's like worth a shot, but I don't know what else. Yeah, what's up?
What were the other units around the drow? Were they humans?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll have to. I guess we'll have to ask. I wasn't
And
sure.
I can ask this in character if necessary, but how good of a relationship does Dolce have with the guild at this point, and would she be opposed to fighting the drow?
So honestly, I'm not exactly sure because the way that we construe Dolce to be here in the first place is either some combination of her current branch, because one of the other player characters, his character got swapped out for a different one, and we just like waved it as, oh, he got transferred to a different branch, and that's kind of what I was assuming could happen for her to be down here in the first place. Like, oh, like she's gonna leave their operations up there in Waterdeep and just go down here and fuck around or whatever, like whether it's for a specific mission or not. And then later, as we progressed, because there was the potential to run into other Xanathar Guild people here, I know that we threw around the idea of, hey, maybe it's a different branch. Either my branch defected or this branch defected. So, I guess, yeah, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not exactly sure, but I will say that it's tricky because right now, since Dolce is in her right mind, there's a part of her that was like, it was a good time working for them, would be loyal, but then also she technically died, and so I feel like she would at least have more of a gripe against the Xanathar's Guild than the intellect devour version of herself who's trapped inside her mind would be. So I'm sure she could be swayed to attack the drow based on, dying and, happy to have her body back, not wanting to work for them anymore. It's tricky. Because I know that, I'll say this again when our DM gets back, but I know that the drow insinuated, Xanathar blesses us and, like, is generous. And technically, Dolce in her previous campaign did have the telepathic ability to talk with her other recruits and also their manager at a distance, which was convenient. But I was like, I don't want to try to, like, cheat any systems by carrying that telepathy over. So, like, that wasn't a bad deal. But I'm not assuming that's something that's at play here.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my thoughts. I think she's willing to, she kind of died, so she's willing to attack if needed.
It's like, between the two, I feel like we'd have an easier time fighting the drow. I mean, he might be super powerful, but, like, the sheer action economy of fighting, like, 40 goblins would probably be pretty difficult.
Oh, yeah. Fighting the goblins, even because I know that, especially Intellect Devourer or Dolce had not much in the way of AoE. So, like, now that I'm a Eldritch Knight, of course, the Shatter is nice, but it's not gonna turn the tides against 40 goblins.
Yeah.
So if there are, the goblins are third on my list of parties we should make hostile towards us.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we can always go for the were-rads first.
Yeah. It's a little bit more involved, but I'm cool if we do the were-rats first, talk it over with the drow, see if our efforts have proved fruitful for them to leave, and hope that those efforts are fruitful enough for us to gain audience again and kind of resolve Yuane's situation. But I'm not opposed to attacking the drow.
I'm actually kind of surprised that you guys are still debating and discussing what you want to do with it.
I think we've kind of finalized it, but basically I was also giving Brayleth a little backstory, because Brayleth asked an important question, if Dolce would be opposed to a course of action that makes us hostile towards this. So I talked Brayleth through the original context, which was, what was it? Oh, it was when we started this campaign. So before we started this campaign, we had another player character in Dolce's previous campaign who the player swapped characters, and we wrote that off as like, oh, they transferred him to a different branch. And how going into this dungeon of the Rad Rage, we were like, well, I can transfer her out of that campaign under the guise of like, oh, maybe she's also being transferred to a different branch that's either going to fuck around downstairs, or maybe she's just getting transferred out and she can just fuck around downstairs. And then I know that you and we had this discussion before, like there are Xanathar's Guild members at play in the dungeon. Is it going to be just like maybe they're a splinter branch? Maybe she's part of a splinter branch. Those were things that were potentially at play. And ultimately, she wouldn't be opposed to attacking them just because, like, technically, even though she did have good times, and I know that you had the drow kind of say, oh, hey, Xanathar is generous, blah, 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 a benevolent benefactor. And I did mention to Brayleth that previously in my other campaign, Dolce did gain the telepathic ability to discuss, like, telepathically with her other recruits and their direct and immediate supervisor, like their manager. But that wasn't something I was like, oh, I need this in this campaign. So it was like kind of off the table. But like I understand like when he says, oh yeah, this generous, I'm like, yeah, actually she got some cool shit out of that. But she did technically ultimately die. So she wouldn't be opposed. She would be less opposed than Intellect Devour Dolce would be to attack the Drow and the other people there. And also, Brelith wanted to ask what kind of humanoids, if it was apparent, what kind of humanoids were surrounding the Drow.
Right. That was one thing that I was looking up. They all actually just humans.
Were they armed?
Yes. They were all armed. They all had armor on.
Yeah. So yeah. In some manner,
Specifically, they all had leather armor.
Ooh, good to know.
Bandits, perhaps.
Oh yeah, so I was also explaining as far as parties I want to make hostile, the goblins are third on the list. Were rats are first. Yeah. Just because action economy would be pretty fucked. Even if they had like mob stats or something, I don't know. It seems like that's the worst play to antagonize the goblins. So yeah, I'm down to, again, to recap basically the summary from earlier. As you make your way back, I like the plan that is of taking care of the were-rats, going back to the Xanathar's guild here, saying, hey, you see, you can move in, and then hopefully that's good enough for us to at least negotiate to go back to the goblins and maybe deal with the UN situation. But I'm not opposed to, since that's a little bit more involved, just attacking the Xanathar's guild after some important deliberation.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a preference? Because it sounds like you'd prefer. I mean, I could be misunderstanding, but I assume you'd like to be a little bit more efficient about it and just attack the Xanathar's guild.
I'm thinking either that or we go for the were-rats first and then play it by ear.
Okay. Well, I guess we have this scroll now. There could be stuff there anyway. If we take out the were-rats, treasures and whatnot.
You know what?
It is by the resting
What do you
place.
think, Ewan?
True.
How dare you throw me as the DM into this situation? Well, obviously, I have a vested interest in the swift recovery and execution of Copper Stormforge. I don't want you to put yourselves too much in harm's way for my sake, but admittedly, we are dealing with several different bands of villains here.
Kill them all. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, that was out of character.
While I was not the greatest of men in life, my sense of justice forbids me from standing idly by and allowing all of these organizations to go on unchecked, even in such an unsavory locale as this.
Excellent.
So, by
Thank
that
you for the
logic,
input.
we should just fight them all, huh?
Yes, but can we do the
Because they would
were-rats first?
ultimately
So, okay, go ahead.
You go.
I mean, I guess it does make sense. I mean, at this point, I wanted to like the goblins, but at this point, they're, cool with slavery and, murdering other people.
I hate slavery.
Yeah.
It is, well, I mean, we haven't seen them holding slaves. They have one person imprisoned.
Yeah.
And they they're like keeping him prisoner as either as something between trophy and like training dummy, but
I guess that's way better.
I mean, if nothing else, in terms of like just raw numbers,
Yeah, all right.
one person versus these guys are like a slave trading empire, you know.
Yeah, fair.
Wait, Yuane, why do you think
Drow?
Yuane, why do you think the goblins are an evil organization?
Not to mince words, there are goblins that have set up a bazaar using presumably stolen goods and treasure looted off of adventurers that they have probably killed.
Tix, is this
I mean-
true?
I mean, all the other goblins we've run into have been hostile, so I mean.
Takes shrugs and says, I mean, yeah, probably.
It's that.
Oh, that's right. We have a goblin standing right here. Maybe we should have asked her opinion.
I actually apologized to her earlier because I was like,
Yeah, you guys did address her, but then like the conversation moved on too quickly for me to like have
Yeah,
her like follow up.
You're right, Wayne. We should murder every goblin we see. No, she doesn't say that.
Tix is like nodding behind you.
it's
Just
just
Tix nods sagely.
it's 3 versions of that meme where it's like, I think we're gonna have to kill these guys, and Dolce is just like, damn. But it's like for all 3 factions here.
I think we're gonna have to kill everyone on this floor, Dolce. Damn.
Damn. Well,
Okay.
The D&D party be like, I'm gonna kill every single person on this floor starting with ourselves.
Way ahead of you.
We've already died once. We're in the clear.
Okay, well, if we do end up deciding to fight the goblins, consider my plan with Jublex.
Oh my god.
oh, yes, actually. I think that's back on the table then. I like the plan to try to kite him if Jublex is capable of squeezing through.
I don't know if the DM's gonna play ball
Yeah,
with us
that's
on
true,
that one,
that's
but
true,
you know,
that's true.
it's worth a try.
The one thing I can promise you I will not play ball on is that is not fucking the god of all
I know.
slime.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
I'm
fair,
aware.
yeah.
I'm aware. But it was just funny juxtaposition.
It
Yeah,
is it is significantly more funny to refer to it as Dweeblex, but yeah.
I looked it up. It's apparently pronounced Jublex.
Is it really? Is it actually pronounced Jublex?
So pronunciation guides fucking suck for me because like I look at them and I'm like I don't know how to pronounce that. But it looks like it's either Jublex or Jublex. Hold on.
Have a good night, Stuckum. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate you lurking.
Yeah, according to this, it's pronounced Jublex, which is weird because why is the I in there then?
Oh, I misspelled that.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not Jubilex either. That's what I thought it was. But
I've only ever heard people say Dweeblex, which sounds like it sounds more fitting to me than just Jublex, but whatever.
It's actually
Damn,
French. It's Weeble.
4E Jublex looks fucking badass.
Nice. All right.
I think it looks less intimidating as a result, though.
Maybe.
Send this picture of Weeble in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Holy fucking shit! Oh my gosh, that's I hope not to have nightmares of that.
And this is 5e.
Oh, I think I remember discourse about this. I don't remember if it was with you all or it reminds me of the Shambling Mounds, except like more see-through.
And this is 1e.
It really they simultaneously did and did not leave much to the imagination with 1E.
I believe a lot of 1E monsters were just straight up based off of like tiny plastic figurines next to the building that like Gary Gygax was running the shit in.
Think so.
Okay. So to recap, we are gonna kill every last one of them as we learn in Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah, before I forget, I wanna when we were
Oh.
doing when we were incredible. When we were doing the we gotta kill everyone on this floor starting with ourselves way ahead of you thing. My mind just immediately went to someone like canceling you guys on Twitter, and you're just like, I'm literally mentally ill and undead. And also with Silly Pickles possibly also a minor, it's unclear.
There was a Tumblr meme that said, "Yeah, I'm neurodivergent," and realizes a major because they can't use that meme anymore because they've aged out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so to recap, oh my, so we're gonna have to, we are put on this earth to serve Yuane and make him happy, and that involves a few different things. One, letting him have revenge on Shartfart, and two, killing everyone on this floor, starting with ourselves. So, let's go.
Never really noticed the like there was the whole like D&D meme of like you make up a character, you give them a name, and then your players will just come up with some like ridiculous bastardization of that name to call that character. Never really noticed that up until now when I'm just like, yeah, that's definitely happening with Copper Stormforge being renamed to Shaltfart.
It's strange because I normally am really good with the names, but for some reason, Stormforge specifically, I think it's my other Wednesday group. So my earlier group, we just rename all the NPCs. Actually, we've just left it to the monk. The monk, every time an NPC shows up, the monk will just automatically pull up Owlbear, kind of like click under their token and assign a name based on vibes. So I think maybe that's rubbing off on me into this session. Actually, I'm kind of curious. I'm going to pull up what the names were that we were working with earlier today. All right. Overbite, Double Bite, Lollipop, Bite Tillion, Chomp, Dwayne. The reason why for all the bite is because for the kobolds, our DM used owlbears. It's like a token of some giant gaping maw. I'll send a screenshot.
Right.
And so, yeah. Oh, I guess one of the few names that did make it out unscathed, Scartooth. But apparently King Skurg did not escape and was named Mrs. Piggy. Interesting. But yeah, so to recap, I'm cool to kill people. don't clip that out of context. It's like, well, I can't believe twitch.tv/Captain Troy Handsome said it's okay to kill people in the game. In
Minecraft.
Yeah. In Fortnite. So yeah, I'm down the trek. Looks like if we go down, left, through the market, back around, we can make our way and through that tunnel. We can make our way back to the our save point, our resting point, and then dispel the magic lock on the door.
Right.
Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will begin trekking that way. Padoop.
I will wait until Dolce is all the way there and then teleport there.
As you make your way down the hall, you're stopped by a goblin.
It's like, hey, buddy. Dolce does the thing you're not supposed to do when you talk to short people, and she'll like squat.
He looks visibly annoyed, but he pushes past it because he's here on a mission.
Oh.
Thank gods I managed to catch up to you guys.
Hey, buddy, what's the problem? I'm sorry. Here, go ahead.
You people were in there with talking to a little yak, correct? right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we need your help.
Uh-huh.
Yak's been cursed.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Jack's been cursed. I'm trying to hide the visible Grinch smile forming on my face.
Hey, you could have mentioned this before we just had like a 40-minute conversation. Okay, but what happened?
Okay, yeah, so we'll have to put him down. We're gonna have to put him down.
Yeah, could you come over and assassinate him for?
Oh, that'd be great. No.
Damn.
Yak, our dear leader, found some ethically acquired loot
Yes.
a while back.
I love ethically acquiring my loot.
You might have noticed that. You might have seen that pretty shiny silver thing that he wears on his head.
Uh-huh.
Well, he saw that, he liked it, he put it on, and it cursed him. He turned into one of those disgusting humans. No offense, he says to Dolce.
Oh, none
None
taken.
taken.
I love that we're both like none taken. I'm not even full
Yo,
human.
little- Silly
I was
Pickles
never
isn't
human.
any kind of human. God.
Was your Wayne human? Do we know that?
Who knows? Anyway,
Do you know?
I don't know. Anyway,
That's all.
I don't recall. I think he might be a half elf.
Cool.
I don't know. I can't see the pointed ears on his skull. The thing is, part of the curse makes it so that part of the curse is that he likes being human all of a sudden. So he doesn't want to take the stupid thing off.
Oh, is that why that other goblin was like being all sarcastic when I asked if he was a human?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Good memory.
So was he originally a goblin, bugbear?
He was originally a goblin. The bugbears are all hired gods.
No hobgoblins, eh?
We can't afford hobgoblins.
Yeah.
Also, we wouldn't want to afford hobgoblins. You hire a hobgoblin, and about 2 months later, the hobgoblin's taking your job and also possibly your head.
Yeah.
I see.
They don't. Hobgoblins don't like walking. Hobgoblins like being people walked for.
Okay, so here's our new plan. We outsource some hobgoblins here, and then just wait for them to systematically destroy the
That's
goblins.
fucked up, Braylon.
This is way more ethical than just killing them.
Yes, just like letting nature take its course on these goblins. I say out
And
loud
then
in
we-
front of
and then
these
we
two
lead
goblins.
Jublex in and to take care of the hobgoblins.
We play.
Let nature take its course. So fucked.
Nature is healing. I say as Weeblet takes over and kills all the goblins systematically.
And then we hire Xanathar's guild to fight Jublex, but then they obviously get killed because he's way too powerful.
My God.
And then we can take your buddy and kill him. And by then its beard will have grown back, so we can shave it off again.
Okay,
Incredible.
so
I love this session.
this is a fun time.
I'm glad you guys are having a good time with it then.
Okay, so what do we do? We take it off his head, or does it need like a remove curse that I definitely didn't just use a scroll for? She looks at the camera nervously.
You should just need to take the shiny thing off his head. Problem is that obviously he's not gonna let you do that.
So
Look.
why is it necessary that you take it off? Is it just because you guys don't like looking at him as a human?
Yeah, humans are pretty
Because
ugly.
he doesn't. We don't like walking for a human, and he doesn't like being a human. He thinks he does, but that's all part of the cost. Trust
You
me.
think?
Trust me. You get rid of it, and he'll be so happy to be back to normal.
Ooh.
Can I roll insight on this
happy
guy?
enough to do a favor for us?
Ooh.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Fuck. I wanted the insight originally on the first part, not after the probably. I would like to I don't know, get some at least one insight check in. But my original
sure, go
intention
for it.
was like, is this actually gonna work? Does he believe this? Okay. Chua.
No, he
ooh.
doesn't believe this.
Oh, well,
Like he is like you're not exactly sure strictly what part of this, but like at least one part of what he's saying is just like a very thinly disguised lie.
Hmm.
Some like
damn it.
Can I get a read on him? Maybe get more specific?
you can try.
All
No.
right, well, fair enough.
You can also still tell that like he's clearly lying about something.
I like that my insight checks tonight, which I am proficient in, have been dog shit. But then my intelligence checks are through the roof.
Yeah, it's been pretty
Ah,
entertaining.
D&D.
Gotta love it. Look, if you guys want to help, if you guys want to help us, help him. I can get the goblins in the room out of the room, but I can't do
Oh!
anything about. But I can't do
Ayo.
anything about the bugbears.
Hey, yo. I mean, I once again try to hide the Grinch smile that is forming on both my face and Dolce's faces. Yeah. Yeah, that would make it easier for us to knock the shiny off his head. And no other ulterior, additional second action that needs to be performed in that room with no one else in there.
Nope, nothing else.
Let's do it.
Just like, look, Yek isn't a great leader, but he's organized. He's like he's good enough and generally better than we've seen for a little while. So I'd like him to survive, ideally. I don't care all that much about the bugbears.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, don't worry. We're definitely not going to kill him. We're not going to kill that guy. I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk like this in front of him. I just can't pass up the opportunity. But yes, we're dream makers here. We make dreams happen. Just make the wish and we'll make it come true. You could even call us the Create a Wish organization. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
This guy has a wish, and he's kind of small and short like a child, and I'm all about fulfilling children's wishes.
Why are you putting it like that?
Just making everything worse.
Hey, Make-A-Wish Foundation, please sponsor our D&D stream.
I don't think that's gonna happen, Dolce. This is kind of a reach.
Yeah, that's fair. But we should wait,
We're
you're saying
gonna
we should
get a fucking sponsorship from them, and I'm putting child soldiers in that session.
Okay, if we get sponsored by Make-A-Wish Foundation, can John Cena be like our new companion?
Yes, move over Dwayne The Rock Johnson token that I use sometimes.
Yeah, if we get a sponsorship from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, I will put John Cena as John Cena in the game, but it is specifically going to have to be John Cena from the time that he appeared in a Scooby-Doo episode.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I was about to say, he's right here. What are we talking about? He's already in the game.
You just can't see him.
Do.
All right.
Okay. So, I mean, this seems like a good plan for us to, make sure all hostile presences are accounted for. We should take this crown off. He can clear the goblins out of the room. You just have to worry about the bugbears.
This might be a good use for the disguise self in case we mess it up.
Oh, do you want me to be? Is there someone in particular you think I should be as we go in to remove this?
I mean, someone that won't trace it back to us if you mess it up and he orders everyone would kill you.
Okay, but Ewain, he wants. Okay. So not me specifically, but I think Ewain should be with us. As the new bodyguard for whoever I disguise myself as, and also so he can.
Okay, but if you screw it up and they put a warrant out for your arrest, but you're seen traveling with Ewain, won't that be kind of suspicious.
So you're saying that we should do it just us two, you in whoever I become, and then we just
Yeah,
take
probably.
care of. Okay. I'm sorry, buddy. She'll like go up to you and like put a hand on his shoulder.
Well, you're being weird today.
What?
I have no idea what your plan even is at this point.
Let's just
Plan.
say we'll have
My
to.
plan is get the goblins to leave, because that'll just make things easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dolce goes in with disguised self and
Yes.
just tries to remove his crown
Okay.
through whatever means. If it works, then great. Crown is removed, and he's presumably happy that we removed it. No harm, no foul, and we can even undisguise self and be like, "Yeah, we did that in case you're mad."
Okay.
And if it fucks up, then we can run away, and hopefully it won't be traced back to us actually. So no harm, no foul.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's much better than my plan of we go in, I use disguise self, you possess me. We knock the thing off his head, like only the owl, the bugbears are there. And we fucking kill Shardfart. I understand now. Okay. Yes, I like your plan. So I should be someone. Who to be? Ooh, we could be. No, it doesn't make sense. I was like, we could be the drow. Wait a minute. I shouldn't be a hostile person. Wait, what if I?
Incredible.
So not someone that. Okay. I don't know. I'm blanking on people to disguise myself as.
I mean,
Unless you
you
say
don't
I
need to
should.
be
Just...
anyone specific. You can just be
Okay.
a random guy.
I will be John Cena from the Scooby-Doo episode.
I like it.
Okay. I have. So are we going with this plan before I pop my one and only use of disguise self this long rest?
I like it.
Okay. So I'm putting up the
quick
picture.
save.
Wait, let me do the one with the hat. I like the one with the hat. All right. I have decided. Okay, so Dolce is going to what's a thing? Oh, she's gonna do the hand in front of her face, and she's gonna turn it into John Cena from the Scooby-Doo episode, complete with the green hat.
Give me a sec.
Yes.
I'll complete with the green hat. Fucking no.
Oh, we don't have to do the green hat one. We can just do the other one. Because honestly, he looked like a middle-aged Ben 10 here, which I kind of like.
This is quite the plan. Give me one moment.
Yeah. This is the kind of thing you can't get anywhere else.
Only in D&D.
Only in D&D. I'm highly amused by how all this has been unfolding. Which means if we put John Cena from the Scooby-Doo episode in this world, that means canonically Scooby-Doo and Shaggy will exist in Faerun, which means, what is it? Ultra Instinct Shaggy exists.
That's a bit of a reach.
Imagine that being the this is like Alistair Black, whatever Blackfold. He's like supposed to be like the mad mage of this dungeon, but actually it's Norval Rogers, aka Shaggy Rogers. It's my working oh my gosh, incredible. I'm so happy. Thank you. Let's go.
Say hello to official name of this character sheet, John Cena from Scooby-Doo.
Let's go. I love that everything in my D&D journey, from creating Dolce here as my very first character, has led to this moment where I get to step into the shoes of John Cena from the Scooby-Doo episode.
Incredible. Gotta love it.
All right, I'm ready. Let's
This is arguably
uh-huh.
the stupidest idea I've ever seen. And I love it so much. Okay, so from my understanding is correct. You guys are going forward with the plan of going in, getting this guy to get all the other goblins to leave the room with Yek and whatnot. And then you are going to take the silver circlet off his head directly.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
We should probably leave Tix and Yuan behind. Like, they shouldn't even come into the bazaar with us.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I will possess Dolce before we get into the bazaar.
Yeah.
Which means I'll probably have to hold on to Blockhead.
I mean, he has I only have to be within like 150 feet.
Oh, so he can just be outside, ready to kill. I mean,
Yeah.
ready to kill. I mean, ready to befriend.
Honestly,
at a moment's notice.
leave him with Yuan,
True.
because that could also trace back to us.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to see if there's anything I have to make it easier to knock it off, but it sounds like I'm going to have to do it directly because I'm looking at this quarterstaff's the scimitar, this one of the secrets, a sling. Yeah, because I don't think if it's on his head.
If you want to just double check to make sure you're aware what a circlet is. Because knocking it off is what's the word I'm looking for? Dangerous concept.
Oh, yeah, I was going to directly remove it because I don't think I feel confident with any of. Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Yeah, a circlet is like a band of metal wrapped around your head. It's not like a hat sitting on top that you could just like smack with a stick and it'll go flying. You smack someone's circlet off and you're pretty much just hitting them in the head.
Yeah. Could you undo a circlet with dexterity?
I mean, it's just sitting there. It's not like tied up or anything.
Okay.
It's a solid metal circle. It's just sitting on your head. You don't undo a circlet any more than you undo a top hat or a crown. You just lift it up.
Okay.
And it is off.
Well, then, theoretically, you could lift it up by force.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, good thing I'm disguised as a wrestler. Does it change anything about my physical strength? No, but it's the thought that counts.
I do enjoy the idea that you have been tasked with taking off a guy's hat, and the first approach was, I'm going to smack it off with a scimitar, and the second approach was, we will rip it off his head by force.
I actually, the scimitar was not I was literally just reading the items on my list, so if you construed that as me saying I was going to knock it off with the scimitar, that's not me.
We're going to knock it off his head, and the head's coming with it.
That is true.
Hey, look, he's a goblin again.
Problem solved, unless it doesn't, because if I'm remembering correctly, Disguise Self keeps me, even if I die, it keeps me in that form for the remainder of the hour. So,
Mixed results. You have the decapitated corpse of a goblin, but you're holding the severed head of a human.
Nice.
Joey's out on if this was a success or a failure, but there is a warrant out for your arrest.
Sounds like a success to me.
Okay, great. So you guys want to go for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, great. Well, the body in control here is Dolce, so I'll just move the other tokens over you whenever you move.
Throwback. Good times, good times.
It's so fucking weird anytime it's just like, yep, I'm gonna disguise self, so here's a new token to represent that, and also I'm being possessed, so now there's 3 tokens layered on top of each other. Super fun. Okay, so False Goblin went in ahead, and he has chatted up all the other goblins, explained their conspiracy, and all the other goblins are shuffling out of the room.
So, new thought. I'm still going to go in this room, but now I have the sneaking suspicion that we're going to stroll in here and that the goblins are going to ambush us with a pincer attack from all sides. Half joking.
That's an interesting idea. That would be like strictly worse tactically than if they just stayed in the room.
True.
Because of how D&D works with its combat. Like in real life, that would be a substantially better idea for them to do because they are cutting off an escape route. But in D&D, like surrounding your opponent is so important in like group combat. So like having them all funnel in through this one hallway would just be like none of them get to attack, and they are so open to AoE. Be a terrible move on their part. Which is not strictly to say that I'm not going to do it, but anyway, continue.
Okay, then I will step into. Whoops, I will step into the room. Yeah, I would love to. I'm very excited about this encounter. What's up?
Yek looks at this like. Hold on, 1 sec.
Yep.
Yek looks at this sudden, very broad-shouldered, muscular as shit, 6'1" human man.
Oh, wait, I might have to be 6. I'm sorry, let me check something. Fuck, I'm gonna have to be 5'10". I'm sorry, don't chase 4'10".
Nice. He looks at this,
Man, like,
he looks at this overly broad and slightly underly tall, built as shit, 5'10", unnaturally 5'10", human man, very inquisitively.
It looks like you just dragged him down in MS Paint to make him
Exactly. Yeah, like the resolution's off on this guy. Like you look at this guy, you can't quite put it into words, but something's off, and it ultimately boils down to he's not as tall as he's supposed to be. He got the width right though.
Man, I'm really excited for you to watch the D&D movie. I'm just really excited.
Do they have a fucking character who uses disguise stealth and can't get the fucking dimensions right? That feels like such a weirdly specific time to reference the D&D movie.
No,
so
but you'll see. You'll see. You'll see the scene. You're like, oh, this is what Lightning was talking about, maybe.
Gotcha. Hello, traveler. Jack the Tall says, "What brings you to my weirdly empty court chambers.
What sucks is the only wrestler I know how to imitate is the Boulder from Avatar: The Last Airbender, who's a completely
that-
different wrestler.
He's
John Cena's
basically the same personality as
Okay.
John Cena.
Okay.
John Cena's got a pretty normal voice, I'm pretty sure. Like,
Oh, okay. If you
Yeah,
want
so
Norm-
so just do like the normal SpongeBob voice. Hi, how are you?
I think I have that as a soundboard thing. All right.
Why?
Well, I'm in Discords. Someone uploaded it. So I'm gonna go with Brayleff's wishes. He said normal guy. So Hey there.
My name is Norm.
Yeah, my name's Norm the Genie. Norm Al. Mal for short. Fuck, I don't know how to do this. Hold on, what's this guy's name? Hey, I'm looking here for Yektatal. Looks like you fit the bill.
Speaking.
Yeah.
He looks very confused.
Yeah, I'm president of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, John Cena.
The what?
The Make-A-Wish Foundation. I heard a very special man had a wish that
The
he
what?
needed grant. The Make-A-Wish Foundation. You make a wish, we serve it to you on a dish.
Uh-huh.
in your mind here, Dolce, get the fucking circle.
So I'm gonna like walk towards him. I'll get like this close. I'm like, so, what is it that you want most in life? You know, what is your have you all seen Lucifer on the CW?
No. I've
No.
seen a couple episodes.
Okay, so basically, in each episode, just like in Twilight, the books and the movies by Stephanie Meyer, this immortal individual is baffled by the existence of a woman who his mind control doesn't work on, or whatever is happening in Twilight. His vampire powers don't work on. So basically, every episode, Lucifer goes up to someone who isn't this woman and says, "What is your heart's desire?" And they tell him everything that their heart desires, no matter how raunchy or debaucherous or normal. That happens sometimes. It's really normal and boring, and it makes Lucifer sad. Anyway, I'm gonna go up to this man, disguised as Make-A-Wish Foundation President John Cena, and say, "What is your heart's desire?" But less creepy. And I'll get in right here.
I don't know. Money, power.
Money and power. What?
I like to know. I like to know where all my fucking toadies went.
Well, I'm sure that perhaps all can be answered in time. All I have to do now to make your wishes come true is to, like, you see, these are the temples, and I'll point to the temples of my head, of my face, and by if you all have seen some episodes of Doctor Who where he puts his hands like on people's faces to kind of like mind meld with them, or the mind meld in general. So he'll say, all I have to do is put my hands right here and I can sense your truest, deepest desires and then make those wishes come true. For example, it's if do you want your friends back? Maybe there's a way we can make that happen. It's just how I have to see what your heart desires. I will step in right here. I'm like, all right, let's make a wish. Okay, if he's allowed me this close, it's at this point, unless he does something untoward, like, back up or me in the face, I'm going to put my hands on his, I'm going to try to, have a moment with him. Like a little brief period of intimacy in a place where intimacy is probably far and long between, under the guise of intending to rip the circlet off of his head. But for now, I'm going to be like, all right, it's time to begin the session. It's wishing time, baby. And I'll put my hands on his face.
Okay. Okay. So for starters,
Yes.
I want a deception check for the whole
Absolutely fair.
I've got to put my fucking hands on your temples to make your wish come true.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that right now. Which, I mean, probably the result of this will, in the first place, is probably going to determine whether or not I actually fall through. Because obviously, if I'm like saying this and if he's like, yeah, sure, then I'll do it. But if he's like, no, fuck no, I'm not going to be like, all right, buddy, here we go, until I will. But let me get this out of the way first. Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for his insight there. So that's a fail. So he is willing to. He is down for the whole put your hands on his temple thing.
Down for intimacy. Let's go. That's a win.
Because he's like, well, if you touching my temples, whatever that is, whatever that means, will bring me like wealth, power, and also my goddamn goblins back, then yeah, sure, whatever, I guess. I'm down for more money and power and not having to work for it. Why not? This is not something he says, but this is his like internal justification for allowing this this unnaturally short 5'10" man to put his hands all over his face.
Okay, in that case, I will follow through. I will have John Cena place his hands intimately on this person's face.
Okay.
All right, and then I will say, all right, so we're going to breathe in for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to breathe out for 4 seconds. 1, 2. And when I say 2, I'm going to try to take the circlet off his head.
Okay.
God, I wish Freyla were taking the lead on this one.
Okay. So when you are like breathing out on 2, when you're exhaling on 2, you're gonna try to take the circlet off his head, right?
Yep, I'm regretting it already.
Okay. So I'm gonna have this guy roll a dex save for that.
Sure, that's fine.
As he has like a split second to realize what you're doing and like try to grab your hands to make it so that you can't do that.
Ooh, grab my hands. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna give this guy a DC 15 dex save.
Sure.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, pretty normal. Oh, fuck me.
Shit. So right as you go to yank the circlet off his head, he grabs your wrists to stop you from to stop your attempts to remove his circlet, and says, "What the fuck are you doing? Guards, kill them!"
Yeah, fuck me.
And I'm gonna call for initiative. And if you'd like, we could call it there for the night.
I'm very invested, but I would probably like to call it, unfortunately. God damn it.
What do you mean kill them? As far as he knows, there's only one of them.
Good point.
There's only...
Maybe.
Fine.
Not assuming
fine. Let's kill him. Happy?
Hey, maybe John Cena is non-binary, so it would be kill them.
Shut up. I'm not changing it again. Fuck yourself. This is great.
What an eventful session.
Love this shit.
I would have made a contest rather than a dex save, but either way worked.
I couldn't think of a good contest for that to be. And he's only got a plus... Yeah, but I feel like the odds would have been better for you guys to succeed if it was just a save.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, like, he's only got a +2 to Dex, so giving him a DC 15, he would have needed to roll a 13. Mm-hmm. But if I made that, like, a sleight of hand, like, contest or something, like, Dolce's only got, like, a 3 in sleight of hand.
Right.
So the odds would have... So, like, Dolce would have had to roll really well, and he would have had to roll wolves.
Hmm.
Generally, just slightly less likely.
Damn, I was really hoping. But well, them's the breaks. Fuck, and I'm gonna fight like John Cena.
With your 8 strength or whatever you have.
Actually, I've gone up in the world. I have apparently
9.
for Ochi Dolce, I have 12 strength.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
Damn.
I mean, I think we should still just try and get the circlet off.
Yeah. I'm not gonna try to kill the bugbears. I'm gonna kind of keep working on at least if you, or I mean, especially with you there, if you can just possess him.
Well, am I able to,
Oh, without being
through
seen.
Dolce, make an attempt on the circlet?
Oh.
What actions can you do?
It might just be like attack, dash, and whatnot. Let's see. Why am I opening that folder? Wrong one. And make sure. On your turn, you may use an action to force the creature to make an attack against target within range. Adding your dex mod, you can use your action to force the host to dash or dodge.
I guess I could allow you to force Dolce to try again. At that point, it would probably be a strength contest
Mm-hmm.
because he's at this point actively holding Dolce's wrists in place.
Mm-hmm.
But I would allow that as like I would allow that as like something that you could do while possessing her right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Cool.
Would you like to do that on your false tone of combat, or would you like to try to quickly do that now? See how that goes.
If lightning's okay with it, I could try it now.
Oh, I'm cool with that. I'm kind of like brimming with anticipation, like it's eating away at me. I would like to see how that turns out. So let me.
Oh, I guess that would just be a strength check from Dolce.
Oh, I roll. Okay.
No.
Can I have? Is it okay if I ask Brayliff to roll my strength check? I know that
Sure.
he can't access my sheet, but I can tell him the modifier and then have him.
Gotcha. Is it just a 1?
I'm looking at it. It looks like a 1 on my end. Yeah.
And is this strength or just a straight strength?
I would say this is just straight strength.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Hey! Well, that's not great.
Let's see what he gets.
Ooh.
Hey. Okay. I've got to decouple a whole lot of shit here, and boom, and
You disintegrated.
boom. How does this look on your end from there? Okay. Boom. New token.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, hey,
Impossible
nice.
Impossible to fucking see through the
The health. Yeah.
health and AC UI. Okay, so let me just move you guys back
Yeah.
for a sec. Not to give the game away, but it might be to your advantage anyway. So cool. Yek has returned to his original state as a goblin. And he is very frantically like feeling around on his head. And he has to look up at you at this point. And he looks so mad.
Okay,
like-
so that's what he was lying about. Got
So
it.
like you've got to invent new words to express how mad this guy is.
Okay,
As
so
as he says like, "What have you done? You fool! You bastard! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Guards, kill him!"
Oh boy. Combat anyway. Nice.
Yeah, combat anyway.
Works for
So-
me.
So of the things that the goblin was lying about, that was it.
I mean, there were probably a lot of things that he was lying about there, but you know, give me one sec.
Sure.
Again, I want to look up another thing because I think this is a little bit funny. Da-da-da-da, da-da.
I say we just run.
I was just about to say hit his shits, hit the bricks or whatever the saying is.
Yep. Okay. Fuck 'em.
Yeah, we can run back to the save point and take out the rats on the way back. The way rats may be headed, or at least around, you know, far enough so we can drop the disguise or whatever.
Well, now I just feel bad.
It's not that.
Maybe it.
Cool. Yeah. So also Dolce, add a I'm gonna just give you the name of this because what it does is pretty apparent at this point. Add a circlet of human perfection to your inventory.
Ooh, a circlet of me, nice. Very excited to find out what it does. Cool. Nice. Well, it sucks to be this guy.
Okay, well, that's a fun place to leave off on.
Yep. Very excited for next time.
We stand a short king, especially the short kings who are really mad about being short. I can't believe you've done this.
Technically it was Daffodil who did. No, I'm kidding. Technically it was John Cena who did it.
The wiki page for the Circle of Human Perfection notes Yek as being a notable owner of the artifact.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I'll edit it to include Dolce.
Nice.
And I've been banned from the Forgotten Realms wiki.
Strange. Wonder why.
Imagine if everyone did that. They just like add their own character into like the list of notable characters who have had this had this magical item.
Nice. All right. Well, session was a lot of fun. I look forward to next time for sure. Episode 21.
Yeah. I had a blast with this one. It
Yeah,
was very entertaining to like listen to the cogs turn in your heads.
Yeah, that was good times.
Yeah, one of the most fun sessions so far of Mad Mage.
I love that I gave you guys like 2 quests that contradict one another, and it just seemed to like completely fucking shut you down for so long.
Yep.
We'll
see where this takes us.
Yep.
I was just gonna like turn around, summon a javelin, spear it straight through the heart of that guy, and then hit the bricks. I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm probably gonna bail. We'll see what happens. Okay. Well,
we can just kill the prisoner while we're here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like just summon. Yeah. That's what I meant by turn around and spear him straight through the chest. Yeah. Which was my original plan. I thought that I thought we're gonna come in here, take the circlet off, and kill the prisoner. That's why I put my shoulder on Wayne, or my hand on Wayne's shoulder. I was like, I'm sorry, dude. We might have to.
Now, of course, in a couple turns, the room is gonna be flooded with goblins. So.
Ah, fuck. All right. Yeah, we'll
possibly.
We'll
see.
Yeah, we'll have to bail. I really wish I missed
What was the other goblin doing to distract them? Or.
The implication was that they were in on it.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he was being
okay.
like all quiet, like sussy, like all right.
That makes sense.
Like he's not distracting him. He's not distracting them.
Right.
The implication was that he was like, "We're making her move. Get out of the room."
Everyone just fucking hates that he's a human. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah, because humans are whack, right? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, they all like just being racist. But there is also the implication of like, there's also just the idea that like he's tall and now he's an insufferable git.
Yeah.
Like more so than he already was anyway.
Man, goblin bosses are fun. I haven't fought a goblin boss since like one of my first like one shots in 5e.
Did we fight a goblin
I've
boss in
defi-
Ghost of Saltmarsh? Like,
I've sent goblin bosses at you.
No, okay. Have they used that fun ability?
I have no idea what you were falling to.
Don't they
So
have a
I-
reaction where they can just swap places with the goblin when they take damage?
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Ah,
Oh, good times.
good
All right.
times.
Any additional information from either of y'all before we sign off for the night?
I think I'm good.
Nothing that jumps to mind.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yes, thank you all for watching, whether watching live or from the future. Appreciate all the support. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you have a good night, a good afternoon, a good morning, wherever you are. This is my last stream for the week, so we will catch you all next time.
Catch y'all next time.
Night, night.
Bye.
Bye.